Hi guys, what is up? We'll let people log in. Happy new moon in Aries. I normally make a new moon post, but I wanted to come talk about it real quick, explain what is really going on, because we have some major influences coming in for everyone right now. So we'll just kind of let people log in. Let's see. Oh, I don't know how to see. There we go. Oh, it's dark. Oh yeah, welcome to the dark moon. This moon is actually influenced by Lilith as well. Okay, so you guys might be feeling a little more ritualistic tonight, which means baths, maybe a little blood work, maybe a little candle work, maybe a little whatever, magic, okay? Whatever you guys are feeling for yourselves. I had a magical day, basically to myself is kind of how I took today. I'll just be straight up. Like, I definitely, I used some mushrooms today, and I used that time to really connect, and I brought forth a lot of downloads about what is going on during this time, and what everyone really needs to know. Everyone has just been sharing these love and light posts. Oh, Aries new moon, love and light, release, blah blah blah. Bullshit. Do you guys not see what's going on in the world? Like, really, you want to be some love and light bitch right now? I don't think so. So here's the deal. What is really going on in this world? Thank you. I don't have eyelashes on or anything. This is my apocalypse look, okay? We're rocking the high pony and boyfriend sweatshirt. And I'm definitely going to be going into a bath right after this with a bunch of candles and herbs and everything else. So hope you guys all do the same and really detox. Brought my boyfriend's phone with me because I didn't even have the time to write everything down. I just typed it all out and then realized, how am I gonna read it off my phone to everyone else? So new moon in Aries, all right, which is tonight. This is the dark moon. There's a massive polarization occurring during this time right now. There's a lot of deep wounding and pain causing panic and fear. Okay, structures collapsing that most thrive from, causing people to panic and doubt their own basic instincts at this time. There is a lot of sickness, and those that are in bad health, whether this health is just mental or this is an actual physical health. These are all being influenced right now by our astrological placements of what is going on around us. We'll just say around us, okay, in our solar system. Chiron is coming in, and Chiron is known as the healer, all right? So Chiron is bringing these healings in for everyone. However, the thing is Chiron is also, I wrote Chiron coming in, bringing healing to the abandoned ways, but also crossing the nodes, bringing forth karma like Saturn on a bad day. So understand that there's a lot of past life karma that is coming up during this time. I didn't want to say this the other day in my life, and I ended up taking down my life, not deleting it because I like to keep things for myself. However, I did take it down, but I've decided that that's me holding back information. There is meant to be a lot of death. There is meant to be fear, and the entire infrastructure of everything that we know is collapsing. And it's okay to have moments of doubt and moments of panic, but it's also important to understand that this is the bridge to healing, okay? Basically, everyone always wants me to post about light and love, and this transition right now, this new moon in Aries, is not about light and love. This is about this fiery bridge to the truth, to the 5D, as everyone always says. And we're going to talk about that. So right now we are in stage 1, which is the polarization. This is light versus dark. This is sick versus healthy. This is the duality stage of what we are occurring through during this ascension process. Okay, I wrote down the polarization here. Oh no, I did not even, crap, I literally did not send the whole thing. It only copied half of it, and I didn't even realize it. I'd have to go into my phone, which I don't think that it will allow me to. What the fudge? All right, so stage 1, polarization, that is 3D. 3D is basically a cassette player is what I wrote, so I'm just kind of going off of based on what I remember writing down right now. But it's the cassette player. It's doing things over and over and over again. It's like a caveman that celebrates fire every single night. And although it's great to be grateful for fire, where is the evolution of the wheel? And that is where people are at right now. It's like, great, you've been celebrating fire and fire and fire and fire and fire, but where's the evolution of the wheel? And with this polarization, let's see, there we go, right, okay, so things look different in the shadows than they do in the light, okay? Which means that during this time, everyone's gonna have a different perception of everything going on around. And that is okay. This is also the shadow and the light, these different perceptions of the way that things are going to look in the darkness than they do in the light. This is also in regards to, which paths people are doing. That's the different timelines that people are on right now. And what this is a giant merging. Geez, I'm like hella channeling now. My ears are ringing. This is the merging of these timelines of everyone's frequencies. It's kind of like, I want you to imagine like scattered atoms in the air. If you could see atoms in the air, this is you guys, this is everybody. And what you're doing is you guys are coming together, okay? Things are neutralizing. I know it doesn't feel like that in the moment, but it's neutralizing. And, then step 2, I did write that down. What did I write down for step 2? Hold on, I have to type his password in. Step 2 is the transparency. Okay, transparency is what we would consider 4D. This is where you go in for shadow work integration. This is, as my beautiful friend, because I ran this by him real quickly I don't know, I just ran it by him. Wasn't even expecting a response. And he says, I like to think of the 4D as a bridge. And that's exactly what it is. 4D is a transparency. It's like where you go, I like to think of it as the mind. It's like where you go within your mind and you start to reflect. You see the dark and the light shadow of you. You start to recognize your gifts, your abilities, and how you've kind of encaved or enveloped yourself in certain ways. And within your mind though, right? So the 4D is like whatever your mind creates to be is what I, call it. And that's why it's the transparency, because you're starting to see what is right, what is wrong. It's like your learning stage. It's like a toddler, an infantry stage of, if I hit, this is what the consequence is. If I do this, this is what the consequence is. So it's about like learning your gifts, learning what is good, learning, through the shadow integration of, the darker aspects of yourself, and realizing that may not be who you really truly innately are or who you want to be. This dimension, this frequency, because it's not a destination, it's a frequency, right? It's definitely not where you want to be. So I really like how my friend said, I like to think of it as a bridge, because that's exactly what it is. It's a bridge. But the thing is that so many like to think of the 5D as a destination. Oh, it's so much better than the 5D, you guys. I promise that. The 5D is just like the goal right now for Earth. But like in other dimensions and in other realities and other timelines, we are way beyond that. And the sensitivity that you feel, everything, like the way that you're tapped in, the telepathy, things that are going on are just so much more than the 5D. So don't look at 5D as a destination either. Okay, 5D, what did I write for 5D? Typing in the password again, because his phone apparently goes off. The upgrades and the heightened normalcies. And I say heightened normalcies because at that point in time in the 5D, on that frequency, it's normalized to experience DNA activations. It's normal to experience all of this. So what does all of this have to do with today's new moon in Aries? absolutely everything, because we are experiencing a massive shift in our energies, okay? A massive shift in our energies, and we're experiencing a lot of upgrades. So if you feel like you're like, wow, my intuition's getting stronger, this is happening. I can tell that a lot of you guys, just being honest, a lot of you guys are oscillating, kind of like juggling back and forth between the 5D and the 4D, because you're still integrating shadow work, you're still facing your true self. Now, for other parts of you, of people, they're just starting to face themselves, and so that's why there's a lot of polarization and dark energies. But you see, the higher you raise your vibration, the more that you're able to actually see these things, the more that you're able to actually compartmentalize these things and see them for exactly what they are, which is appreciating of it. Now, I understand that a lot of people believe in, you know, I had somebody today where I was like, wow, that girl has a lot of dark entities near her, and he instantly got defensive, and that's okay, you know, because that's his vibration where he was at. But he instantly got defensive against me, and he was like, well, she practices that, da 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 da, you need to go meditate. And I was like, I need to meditate because I can see what you can't see? Okay, I think the fuck not. Do not project onto me. So you're going to see a lot of projections during this time as well. A lot of projections, because these people have yet to face themselves, and that is okay. They're still learning. We meet them with love, but for me, the way that I meet people with love is by hitting the block button, because I do not it's not my job to transmute that energy. And so if you're going to project it onto me, it's too heavy. There's already too much that I'm actively doing. And it's not that I don't agree with that, because I know that that is the path for some people. Yes, there is like a darker path for some people. However, and that's not my path. But you know, that's what some people choose, and that's okay, you know, but that's at the same time, that's a lower vibration. And I can just promise you guys that there's something so much more, the more you're willing to expand and explore. And so don't stay stuck. Don't stay stuck. Okay, but here, what does all of this have to do with the new moon in Aries? New moon in Aries here, a lot of polarization, a lot of projection, a lot of deep wounds coming out, a lot of sickness and death, okay, a lot of karma. That's what we are experiencing right now. So during this transition, that's why all of this is happening. So how does any of this video have to do with the new moon in Aries? It has everything to do with the new moon in Aries. The only difference is I explained it from a much higher perspective than just astrology. Okay, so this new moon is important for you to truly reflect on yourself and ask where you are at today. And have you met your own needs today? Have you taken care of yourself today? You know, how can you actively recognize where you are at in your healing process? How can you actively, you know, people always want to say, how can you take accountability? You know, just think about it. You don't got to comment. God, every fucking 50 posts. I'm so glad that I've been off Facebook lately, but you know, it's what does that status even say? How many people have you infected or whatever if you leave the house? You know, take accountability, right? But how do you not take accountability? The other night, this girl posted a status, and I was like, the irony, and we both laughed at it. It was really cute. It was something that I personally have done many, many times, right? If you're not constantly contradicting yourself, then what are you doing in life, right? But anyways, she was like, stop doing this. Everybody's like, stop doing this, stop doing that, stop doing this, stop doing that. And she's like, stop focusing on everyone else. And it was like the irony of this post of telling others to stop focusing on other people, yet you're making a post focusing on other people, telling people to stop doing something. So it's just like, understand that the matrix is collapsing and the 4D is just fragmented pieces. It's just fragmented pieces, that's all it is. And then the 5D, it's like you get one puzzle piece. That's it. It's just one puzzle piece to what really the bigger picture is. So what's important here is to just ground your energies. Let others be where they're vibing at. and I admit I definitely struggled with that. And, I'm very transparent with my struggles. I don't hide them from people because I also am human, and it's okay, to struggle. And I want you guys to know it's okay to struggle. But as long as you're actually doing something about it, if you're the type of person that just complains and complains and complains and you don't figure out a resolution, you're in this repetitive cycle. And that's what's going on in astrology today with this new moon in Aries. A lot of you guys are getting caught in negative thought patterns. A lot of you guys are going to feel trapped in a simulation, essentially, is what it's almost going to feel like. But 5D is more like a simulation, okay? It's more like where you're understanding everything about yourself. 4D is where you go to understand. 4D is where you go to learn, right? So that's why I'm bringing in 3D, 4D, 5D. 3D is just so fucking outdated that if you're vibrating at 3D, I don't even know. You're probably laughing at my video. You probably look at me like I'm crazy, and I really don't give a fuck because I think that you're crazy for being where you're at. But, and that's coming not from ego. That's just at this point in time where things are available. You know what I mean? You should definitely take advantage. But so what's the other thing that came up to me earlier? Right, a lot of you guys are feeling lost. Thank you. A lot of you guys are feeling lost right now. What do I do? What's my future gonna look like? What is my purpose in this world? That was the main thing. That's the main thing that's been happening in my dreams, is everyone comes to me, what's my purpose? What's my purpose? I can't tell others. If you're on 3D, you can't sit with us. No, it's not like that, but it's just like, you're not gonna understand anything that I'm fucking talking about, so I'm gonna seem like a crazy person to you, and that's okay. So you just won't want to sit with me. It's not that you can't sit with me, it's that you won't want to. Probably film me for like Snapchat or something and make fun of me, because that's what the ego does, so it's all good. Here's the deal though. A lot of you guys come to me in your dreams, ask me what your purpose is. And a lot of you guys are feeling lost and uncertain. And I didn't want to say this in my other video, but I'm okay with saying this now because I'm meant to trigger people. And I know that, and I'm aware of that. And I understand the pain that it causes to be triggered. Like, it's going to make me start crying right now because I can feel it. But just know, a lot of you guys, your karma is the fact that you lost your job. Your karma is the fact that you're facing what you're facing right now. And I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to, even though I knew it. Your pictures, these selfies that people are posting, I can literally see all the bad energy around you. Like, people are so unaware of why do you think I never post selfies? Because I don't want people reading my aura. I don't want people knowing what's going on within me or anything of that. I don't do that stuff. But when other people do that, when you post pictures of your home, of yourselves, I can read your energy, your aura. When you have your hand up like this, I can easily read your palm. I can tell so much about you, and that's what transparency is. But here's the deal. So a lot of you guys are experiencing karma right now. And for those of you guys experiencing karma, I want you to ask yourself, how can I detach from material possessions? How can I go back to the root of myself, to the root of my soul, and ask, what was I placed here for? Because I can guarantee you, you weren't placed here to serve alcoholic beverages. That's not your purpose. It's something that you're great at. Yeah, I used to be a bartender. I used to be a waitress. Okay, I used to be a stripper. There's so many things I'm great at, but that's not my purpose here. And so it's great. It's something that I'm good at, but it's not my purpose. And so ask yourselves, instead of claiming victim to a situation, ask yourselves, what was this meant to teach me? What am I meant to recognize about myself that I was so busy with work, with what I was doing to make money, monetary possessions, to gain monetary possessions, that I overlooked that part of myself, of what my actual purpose here was. So understand that this new moon in Aries, it is messy, it is dirty, And it's coming in like the fiery little bitch it is. I'm going to be straight up. Let's just be honest. Okay, Aries, you guys are the fool of the zodiac. This is the beginning of the year in the zodiac. Okay, so this is the beginning of new earth. This is the beginning of you. So while everyone is looking at things like endings, it is not an ending. It is a beginning. And there's nothing as finite as an ending. Everything is infinite. Everything, if you think that you just die and that's it, what the fuck? Like, why would you even live your life the way that you do then? Like, trust me, you don't just die, and you also don't reincarnate right away. And there's just so many things that people just don't understand, they don't know, and they're always looking to others. Like, the thing is half of you guys are always asking me, can I message you? Of course you can message me, and yes, I am here to help, but here's the thing. Are you helping yourself? Because I'm not going to do the work for you. And that's what this new moon in Aries is about. This is why the structures are collapsing, because you rely on things outside of you instead of going within you. It's done. All of this is done. It's over with. That way of being doesn't exist anymore. So what are you grasping onto? Really, what are you grasping onto? And then all of these posts of what am I going to do? What am I going to do? You're going to start learning who the fuck you are. That's what you're going to do. And there's absolutely nobody that can help you. And yes, I've been doing my part and I've been helping. And my guides keep saying, Carissa, why are you giving? And honestly, I'll be straight up with you guys because I feel like I'm not fucking worthy of what I have. Okay? I just feel like I have so much to be grateful for. And I've seen others struggle, not recognizing that I've been in their position, that I've lost everything. And I think that's why I struggle with it, because I just want to pull them out, but I can't pull them out. And I will tell you right now that nobody fucking pulled me out. And look who I am today. So although I know a lot of people need help right now, ask yourself, how are you jumping in front of their karma bus and how are you stunting their growth? How? Because I can promise you, if anybody had jumped in and tried to save me, I wouldn't be half the person I am today. And I'm proud of who I am. I am strong. I'm resilient. I literally run a fucking empire. I have everything that I need and more. I'm sensitive. I'm brave and courageous. I'm open to being vulnerable and sharing my weaknesses because I don't see them as weaknesses. So when others try to attack them, I'm just like, listen, that's just your mirror, buddy. Like, the only reason that you see that weakness in me and you recognize that in me is because it's within you. And this thing is that I see this in everyone right now during this time. So I just want you to say that although there's a lot of chaos, and I know that all of you empaths right now are struggling transmuting the energy, you know, I want to remind you of an ocean. All right, think about the ocean swells, right? Okay, so think about how the ocean, you know, everything is energy, right? And it pulls it in. But like seaweed, the seaweed just collapses, right? It's great. It ebbs and flows. But who the fuck wants to be seaweed when you could be the reef? Which is what actually the ocean thrives off of, is the reef. It's what everyone else feeds off of. And right now, empaths, you are the reef of the ocean. You are the one with all the nutrients. You are the one standing strong. You are the one that the waves are crashing on and taking parts of you out of it. And you are staying strong for the rest. You are staying strong for the seaweed that just goes with the flow, has no idea what the fuck is going on. You are the reef. Okay? And I know that's a difficult position, but you were made for this. You've trained lifetimes for this. We all came here knowing exactly what we were getting ourselves into. Exactly what we were getting ourselves into. And, you know, we wanted to be here for this. A lot of you guys were chosen to be here for this, okay? I say this all the time, but I want to remind you guys at the same time. Oftentimes we look up at our angels and our guides and we're like, wow, you guys are so strong, you're this, you're that. But in all reality, we were the ones that reincarnated. We are the strong ones. And that's the thing, is our angels and guides were only strong enough to be these etheric celestial beings that were meant to help provide and give guidance. And I'm not taking away from them, but I'm just letting you understand how tough you really are. You were chosen from the batch, okay? It's kind of like a bunch of unripened tomatoes, and then you were the big, what is it called? A celebrity tomato, right? Or a steak tomato. There's so many fucking different tomatoes. Why did I choose tomatoes? A steak tomato, you know what I mean? Like, and then they're just little cherry tomatoes. It all works together. You guys are all amazing, and you're all fucking tomatoes. But at the same time, you were the tomato that was needed to be here. Now I'm calling you guys tomatoes. Oh my goodness. Anyways, this new moon is messy. This time in life is messy, and it's beautiful, and it's being integrated, and you know, everything is like going on here, but just understand that I'm grateful for each of you. And for those of you guys that are going through karma, through your darkness, soul, I commend you. You guys are warriors. I know you can stand in your truth. You know, if you need help transmuting energies, you can always call upon the archangels, the ascended masters for wisdom. But understand that ultimately the wisdom lies within you. You know, oftentimes I go through like books. So many people are like, how many books can I collect and read? Books. But those are other people's fucking experience, other people's fucking wisdom. And in all reality, I bought a book the other day, you guys. It's called the Pleiadian Workbook. The Pleiadian Workbook. It came. I was so excited for it. Instant disappointment. I was like, what the fuck? I know everything in this book. Why? Because I am a Pleiadian. Because I resonate as a Pleiadian. So I have already gone through all of that. The thing is we try to like look outside of ourselves, but the answers are always within. And so I ended up gifting that book to somebody else who could actually benefit from it, you know, because they're not as far along on the journey as I may be. And so, you know, and everybody learns differently. I get that. But ultimately, wisdom comes from within. And, you know, the thing is even in your homes, how have you guys not slowed down? How many of you guys have paid attention to how much screen time you're on right now? Your screen time on your phone. Your phones will tell you that. Your smartphones, they'll tell you that. How much screen time you guys have going on. And I can guarantee you that you are on the screen more than you have ever been before. And that's a problem. So when you're thinking that you're getting all this downtime and you're being productive and getting shit done, I can guarantee you that you are not. You are just using more and more and more distractions through the social distancing. So ask yourself, how have I been trying to distract myself? I love seeing your guys' home projects. Somebody just mentioned I've been doing home projects. I know. I love seeing your home projects. I love seeing that you guys have organized and clean. But the thing is like, why did it take right now for you to recognize that your home needed to be cleaned? That project that you wanted to do, why just now? You know? And, you know, I'm just saying, something to think about, as you guys have been posting all over Facebook, something to think about. Oh God, that's so condescending to say it like that, but it's true. I mean, human words are so enclassing, they just all into each other. It's weird. Anyways, I've been downloading a lot of light codes. I'll share pictures later as well. I was drawing, like, today's just been so interesting and beautiful, and all of it, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for each of you. For those that stick around and just join me and support me, thank you. For those of you guys that are trying to understand yourselves, thank you. For those of you guys that are learning lessons, thank you. For those of you guys that are just part of this human experience in general, thank you. I know that it's weird. This planet is ghetto as fuck, okay? Everything's dirty here. I mean, our kids are so dirty. Like, I was looking at my kids today, I was like, oh, child, go take a bath. Like, you're so dirty. And in all reality, it's just not dirty. Everything's just dirty to me here. But, you know, it's just, we all know. I know that I'm not from here, okay? I really know that I'm not from here. And so where I come from, everything is just so clean and pristine, and the colors are so vivid, right? And white, and so modern and tall. So it's just like here on planet Earth, it's so ghetto. And I had the thought, and I was just like, you know, during chaos, I had the thought of the underground, like how people run underground right now. Like, what are those things called? Bomb shelters or whatever. And I was like, isn't it funny how humans run underground instead of like staying above ground? They feel safer. Like, people just bury themselves like little fucking groundhogs, dude. And they pop themselves up like, is this safe? You're so afraid of death that you're willing to go like underground and hide from the sunlight. This is so fucking bizarre to me. I just don't understand people. But anyways, I gotta go. I love you guys. This new moon energy is wild. These frequencies are wild. These timeline shifts are wild. Connect with yourselves. Connect with each other. Be nice to each other. Stop posting 400 times a day. I'm guilty of that. We're done. I'm gonna stay off Facebook for a little bit because I'm done. It's ghetto. Everything's ghetto right now, so not really, but it's just, you got to think about it, you know? It's just weird what we connect to. We hide behind video games. We hide behind, you know, sports and fantasies and all of this stuff that we choose to identify with. But underneath all of it, without any of it, who are you? And that's what I want you guys to ask yourselves tonight. Without anything, who are you? Because I can guarantee you a lot of you guys don't know. And that's what this time is for. That's what this new moon is bringing out. So that's where I'm going to leave this video. I love you guys. I send you healing. I send you blessings. I send you protection. But I already know that you're healed. I know that you're blessed. And I know that you're protected. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, Facebook.